Most High, pray. Let it breathe for about 2 minutes, then we're going to get right into it. It's not going to be long at all. Let it breathe real quick. Everybody that's listening right now, please go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 3. And we're going to start at verse 13. Anybody that's tuning in or will be tuning in. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 13. All right. A priest notice of 5,000 Shalai Yahweh represent the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You know what I'm saying? IHPK Yonkers. We're going to go over a few scriptures real quick. You understand? Brothers and sisters out here, there's a lot of things going on. Brothers getting shot on public transportation, on buses and everything else, gang violence. There's so much going on out here in this world and in these streets that, you know, brotherhood is not there. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of brothers and sisters, they might shame somebody that's doing drugs, or shame somebody that's gangbanging, shame somebody that's, but we can't do that. We have to continue to be brothers and sisters to our people. You understand what I'm saying? We shouldn't do what they do. We have to continue to be brothers and sisters to our people. You understand? To keep them, you know, keep them motivated, keep them strong. And the best strength and the best example is you. To make sure that you're not the one that's doing what they're doing or doing wrong or doing sin. You got to make sure you stay on point and do what you got to do as a person, so you can be the prime example of what they need to follow. All right, we're gonna start right now. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3. We're gonna start at verse 13. Officer 500 Haratazah with me. You know what I'm saying? Represent Yonkers. Also, I got my main man, Officer Karab's in the house. Officer 5,000 representing IHPK Long Island. And I got one of my main men, Officer Sharkapun, Officer 1,000, straight out of Harlem, New York. And we're gonna represent real quick. Let's do this. Read what you got, whenever you got it.
Mm-hmm. 2 Thessalonians,
mm-hmm.
chapter 3, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
But ye, brethren, be not weary in well-doing.
Don't be weary in well-doing. What it means is what? Don't get tired of well-doing. You know, so what's the well-doing? Doing the work of the Lord. That's well-doing. Don't get tired of doing it. It can be frustrating. You know, Muhammad told us a long time ago, what we do is for brothers and sisters out there that's eating out of garbage cans and they hate your guts. You understand? But don't get tired of doing well. You understand? You might be doing with family members, friends, so-called friends, or whatever. Don't get tired of you doing what's well, you doing what's right. Don't get tired of doing that. You understand what I'm saying? The scripture says endure to the end. And if you're going to endure to the end, you have to tell yourself, you have to refuse to be tired. You understand? Refuse to be tired. Keep going.
Come. Verse 14.
Uh-huh.
And if any man obey not our words by this apostle.
If anybody don't want to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, they don't want to listen to us. You keep telling your brother, your biological brother, your sister, your mother, your aunt, your uncles, or your friends, or whatever. You keep telling them about this truth, but they're not listening to you. And they don't want to follow what you follow. They're going to do Christmas. They're going to eat some pork, and they're going to eat shrimp and crab and lobster. They're going to get shape-ups. They're going to get smoked weed. What's that, Sharp?
Thanksgiving.
They're going to do Thanksgiving. They're going to do Halloween. Go ahead, Sharp.
My pops is already planning to do Thanksgiving at the crib with everyone.
Sharp said his father's already planning to do Thanksgiving at the crib. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to listen. They're not going to follow what we follow. They're not going to be obedient to the Most High God like we are, right? So keep going.
Note that man.
Say what?
Note that man.
You got to know him. You know what I'm saying? What that means, know him, is you brand him spiritually. You brand him. You let him know, like, okay, I know how you getting down. I know what you do. I know what you do and what you don't do. You don't do what I do. You do what society is encouraging you to do. So I'm going to note you. You understand? But in noting that person, go ahead.
and have no company with him.
Now, what does that mean to have no company with them? That don't mean don't be around them. You can be around them, just don't never do what they do. I don't care if it's your mother or your father. I don't care who it is. You can be around them, love them, be a brother. But don't do what they do under no circumstances. Compromising is for cowards. You never compromise who you are. You never get tired of serving the Most High God. Never get weary, like we just read. And don't keep company with them. That don't mean don't be around them. That means don't do what they do. That has nothing to do with loving them. It has nothing to do with honoring them. It has nothing to do with respect. It has nothing to do with that. Don't do what they do. Keep going.
Khan, that he may be ashamed.
Say it again.
That he may be ashamed.
By you not doing what they do, eventually you're gonna make them ashamed to do what they do. You smoke cigarettes? I don't smoke cigarettes, but they do. So when I come around, you know what they do? They're gonna tuck that cigarette. They're gonna put that cigarette out. They're gonna be ashamed of their own actions. You understand? That's why we don't keep company with them. They're gonna be ashamed. And you got to make sure that you live in a lifestyle, you living with the Most High God, and you riding for the Most High God so hard that when you come around, everybody, they switch up and change, and they get ashamed when you come around. You understand? That's when you serve the Most High God. But even in making them ashamed, let's keep going.
Khan, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yet count him.
Say it again. What's that word?
Yet.
Yet. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're making them ashamed, even though you're fighting to not be weary, you understand? Even though you're not keeping their company, yet, go ahead.
Count him not as an enemy.
That's not your enemy. Go ahead.
But
Uh-huh.
admonish him as a brother.
As a brother. You understand? And that's how we do the work of the Lord. We go outside, we talk to crackheads, K2 heads, we talk to robbers, murderers, drug dealers. We do that all the time. How the hell else are we going to get them in the truth? How are we going to get them to stop? We can't get tired of doing it. We're not keeping their company. But when they see the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge come in that corner, they're ashamed of what they're doing. They're ashamed when we come around because we serve the Lord. And I encourage you to do the goddamn same thing. Serve the Lord. You understand? And the best way to serve the Lord is to be in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander Junior Hunter, because that's exactly what we're doing. You understand? Continue to be a brother. Continue to give tough love and real love. You understand? Continue to do it. Don't get tired of doing it. And live a lifestyle that makes other people ashamed of how they're living. You understand? I'm Priest Notice of 5,000, Shalai Yala. I represent the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. This is ISBK Yonkers. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and come on and get down this truth. You understand? If you need to contact the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, Yonkers Division, you call us at 914-557-3099. With that, shalom.